Tonight, you are not sleeping in your bed. You are not safe in your home. There are no lights, no walls, no locks, no weapons, no fire, just darkness, endless darkness. And somewhere out there, something is watching you. Imagine living every single day like this. For millions of years, our ancestors survived in a world where humans were not the hunters. They were the hunted. This was the darkest chapter of human history, a time before fire, before cities, before farming, before civilization. How did our ancestors survive? And how did one discovery change humanity forever? When humans were prey. If you could travel back 2 million years, you wouldn't meet powerful humans. You would meet frightened survivors. Early humans were weak compared to many animals. They had no claws, no fangs, no armor, no sharp teeth. A lion could outrun them. A leopard could climb better. A hyena had a stronger bite. Humans looked less like kings of the planet and more like lunch. Every day was a struggle. Every night was terrifying, because when the sun disappeared, so did safety. But darkness wasn't the only thing ancient humans feared. There was something even worse. Hunger. The never-ending search for food. Forget supermarkets. Forget refrigerators. Forget food delivery. Every meal had to be found. Humans wandered vast landscapes searching for anything edible. Fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, insects, sometimes even eggs stolen from bird nests. And many days, there wasn't enough. Children cried from hunger. Adults grew weaker. The search never stopped. Wake up, find food, survive, repeat. This was life for thousands upon thousands of generations. But despite all this hardship, humans possessed one special advantage, a superpower that no other animal had. The power of the human brain. Humans weren't the strongest, but they were curious. They noticed patterns. They remembered locations. They learned from mistakes. One person discovered a safe berry. Everyone learned. One person encountered danger. Everyone learned. Knowledge became humanity's greatest weapon. Slowly, humans began working together. They formed groups, shared food, protected children, warned each other about predators. And together, they became smarter than any individual animal. But even intelligence had limits. Every evening brought a terrifying challenge. What happened after sunset explains why the invention of fire changed everything. The terror of night. Imagine night falling. The world becomes silent. You can barely see your own hands. Every sound feels dangerous. A twig snaps. Your heart races. Is it the wind or a predator? Ancient humans couldn't flip a switch. There were no flashlights, no lanterns, no campfires, only darkness. Predators ruled the night. Lions hunted, hyenas scavenged, leopards stalked silently. Humans often huddled together for protection, waiting, listening, hoping to survive until sunrise. Night wasn't a time for rest, it was a time for fear. Then something incredible happened, something that would change the destiny of our species forever. The moment fire changed humanity. Nobody knows exactly who discovered fire first. Maybe lightning started a wildfire. Maybe ancient humans found burning branches. At first, they were probably terrified. Fire was powerful, dangerous, unpredictable. But then they noticed something. Predators stayed away. The darkness retreated. The cold disappeared. For the first time in history, humans controlled a force stronger than themselves. The night no longer belonged to lions. It belonged to humans. And everything changed. Fire created the first human revolution. Fire brought warmth, safety, light, but it gave humans something even more important: time. For the first time, people could stay awake after sunset. They talked, shared stories, taught children, planned hunts, passed knowledge from generation to generation. Many scientists believe civilization began around these early fires. The campfire became the world's first classroom, the world's first theater, the world's first community center. Humanity was evolving, and the next step would make us the ultimate hunters, from prey to planetary rulers. Think about this. Your ancestors once trembled in the darkness. They hid from predators. They searched endlessly for food. They struggled simply to survive. Yet those same humans eventually built cities, crossed oceans, reached the moon, and created the modern world, all because they refused to give up. The story of humanity is not the story of the strongest creature. It's the story of a vulnerable species that learned, adapted, worked together, and turned fear into power. The next time you switch on a light, remember, there was once a time when darkness ruled the world, and one spark changed everything. If you were transported to a world before fire, what do you think would be the hardest part? The darkness, the predators, or the hunger? Tell us in the comments.